Hello students, let us start with our new online lecture for the course title Production Technology for Fruits and Plantation Crops for the course number HORT 243. So we were earlier in earlier topics we were discussing about the special horticultural practices. So today let us discuss about the further horticultural practices that are included in the various fruit crops such as notching in fig. Now, this is a special horticultural practice that is followed in fig. Earlier, Bahar treatment was followed in pomegranate, citrus, and all those crops, and also the bending procedure was followed in old guava varieties. Now, notching is a special horticultural practice that is followed in fig. So let us see the definition of notching. Notching is a special horticultural practice followed in figs and involves giving a slanting cut little above or below the buds and removing the slice of the bark of particular depth and width depending upon the size of the branch. Now here, this is a special horticultural practice that is followed in figs, and which involves giving a slanting cut. And this practice involves giving a slanting cut a little above or below the bud, and it involves the removing of a slice of bark of a particular depth and width depending upon the size of the branch. According to the size, the slice of the bark of a particular depth and width is removed above the bud or below the bud by giving a slanting cut. Now this is the definition of notching in figs. Now let us see the objectives of notching or principles of notching. The main object of notching is to interrupt downward flow of carbohydrates. And this is the main objective of notching, to obstruct or interrupt the downward flow of the carbohydrates, to induce flowering when done below the bud, and to induce laterals on vigorous shoots when done above the buds. Now these are also other objectives. That is, when the notching is done below the bud, the object is to induce flowering in the above bud. Whereas when the notching is done and also not only flowering but also induce laterals and vigorous shoot when done above the buds. When the notching is done above the buds, the object is to induce laterals on vigorous shoots. In notching, select 8 months old shoot having 3 to 4 large, healthy and plumpy buds on middle portion. Now for notching operation, we have to select a shoot of 8 months old having 3 to 4 healthy, large and plumpy buds on the middle portion of the shoot. Remove slice of the bark of 2 to 6 millimeter in width and 15 to 20 millimeter in length, just above or below the bud. Now these are the dimensions of the slice of the bark to be removed. That is, the length and breadth of the width and length of the bark should be 6 millimeter to 20 millimeter, 6 millimeter in width and 20 millimeter in length. Now, such a length and breadth of the bark is removed just above or just below the bud according to our objective. Let us move on to the next slide. When notching is done above the bud, the downward flow of the carbohydrate is interrupted. Now you can see in the figure also, when the notching operation is done above the bud, the downward flow of the carbohydrate is interrupted or obstructed. Carbohydrate accumulate about the bud. Carbon nitrogen ratio in buds increases, buds sprout and give out vegetative growth. That means when the notching operation is carried out above the bud, in the upper portion of the bud, the downward flow of the carbohydrate is interrupted or obstructed or blocked. So the carbohydrates get accumulated above the bud. As a result, the carbon nitrogen ratio in the bud increases and the buds sprouts and give out vegetative growth. That means for giving out vegetative growth or for sprouting of the buds, the notching should be given above the bud. When notching is done below the buds, carbohydrate flow interrupted and accumulate inside the bud. but increasing carbon nitrogen ratio resulting in more number of flowers, fruits size, and TSS of the fruits also increase. Now you can see the difference between carrying out nurturing operations above the bud and below the bud. When the nurturing operation is done below the bud, the carbohydrates flow is also interrupted. In both the nurturing methods, carbohydrate flow gets interrupted, but the accumulation sites or accumulation spots are different. In the second one, the carbohydrate flow gets interrupted and accumulates inside the bud, increasing the carbon nitrogen ratio inside the bud, resulting in more number of fruits. The size of the fruits also increases and TSS of the fruits also increase. Now we will see the figure and diagram here. You can see notching above the bud. Now you can see here the notching above the bud, and when the notching is done above the bud, the vegetative growth increases. And you can see the dimensions also. And when the notching is done below the bud, which increases the number of fruits, size of the fruits, and TSS also of the fruit is increased by giving notch below the bud. Now let us move on to the next slide. In Maharashtra, generally notching above the bud is followed. Pruning plus notching gives best result. Now under conditions of in Maharashtra, generally notching above the bud is followed. That means the notching above the bud is preferred under Maharashtra state conditions, and pruning plus notching gives best results. That means when notching is accompanied by pruning, it gives best results in fig. Notching above the bud is carried out in the months of July to August, and notching below the buds is carried out in the months of January to February. Boron mixture paste needs to be applied on the wound to avoid attack of pest and diseases. That means after the notching operation is completed, you have to apply the Bordeaux paste on the wounded portion so as to avoid the attack of the pest and diseases. Let us move on to the next slide regarding notching. So the notching topic is over here. So we will move on to the next special horticulture practice, that is girdling in grapes. Now first of all we will see the definition of girdling, and then we will move to the objectives. Now this operation is specially carried out in grapes. As we saw earlier, the notching operation is specially followed in fig. Then also we saw the Bahar treatment is specially followed in pomegranates and citrus crops, and the bending operation is followed in old varieties of guava. So we will see in this slide the definition of girdling in grapes. Girdling is a special horticultural operation followed in commercial cultivation of grapes, which consists of removing a circular piece of bark from cane, main branch, or primary or secondary arms for maximizing the yield of good quality. Now, this is a special horticultural operation specially followed in commercial cultivation of grapes, which consists of removal of a circular piece of a bark from the cane, main branch, primary arm or secondary arm for maximizing the yield of good quality. For getting the yield of good quality, a circular piece of bark is removed, whether it may be removed from cane, main branch, primary arm or secondary arm. Now these are the parts of the plant parts of the grapes: full grown grape plant, cane, main branch, primary arm and secondary arm. Circular bark can be removed from any one of these plants. Objective of girdling: to interrupt downward flow of carbohydrates, better development of fruits, to increase the size of the berries, to increase the TSS in berries, to obtain early maturity of the fruit. Now, these are the 5 objectives of girdling in grapes: to interrupt the downward flow of the carbohydrates, for better development of fruits, and to increase the size, TSS of berries, and also to obtain early maturity of grapefruits or grape berries. Now, girdling is done 1 week after fruit set. Now, this is the appropriate time to be done girdling. That is, girdling is done 1 week after fruit set. The operation of girdling consists of removing circular ring of bark 2.5 millimeter from cane, trunk, primary arm or secondary arm of grape vine with the help of sharp knife. The special designed knives are there, girdling knives. With the help of that knives, the circular ring of bark of width of 2.5 millimeter is removed, whether it may be removed from the cane, main branch, or trunk, or primary arm or secondary arm with the help of this girdling knife. This operation helps in cutting phloem tissues, which is the important tissue for the translocation of carbohydrate flow. Now, there are two main tissues, that is xylem and phloem. But this phloem tissue, which is present in the stem or bark, which is very important tissue, which is very important for translocation, means transport of carbohydrates from upper portion to the below portion. Now, these phloem tissues get cut due to this removal of circular piece of bark with the help of girdling knife. The accumulation of carbohydrates at the fruit-bearing site helps to derive the desired objectives. Now, as the carbohydrates get accumulated at the fruit-bearing site due to the removal of the circular ring of the bark, it helps to derive the desired objectives. That means it helps to obtain, that is what we saw in earlier the objectives, better development of berries, fruits, size and TSS also, fruits increases, berries increases the size and TSS, and also to obtain the early maturity of the fruits. Now, to derive these desired objectives, the phloem tissue is cut with the help of removing a circular ring of bark of 2.5 millimeter width. Now, Bordeaux mixture paste is to be applied on the operated portion to avoid the attack of bacteria, fungi and other pathogens. Healing of wound takes place in about 3 to 4 weeks, during which the objectives of operations are achieved. That means, after the girdling operation or procedure is completed, Bordeaux paste is to be applied on the operated portion so as to avoid the attack of bacteria, fungi and other pathogens. So also the healing, due to this application of Bordeaux paste, healing of wound takes place in about 3 to 4 weeks from the girdling operation. During these periods, during this period of 3 to 4 weeks, the objectives of operations are achieved. Here you can see in this diagram that a circular ring of the bark is removed from the cane, whose width is 2.5 millimeter. Here centimeter is written, but actually the width removed is to be 2.5 millimeter. Not more width is to be removed. Least of the bark is to be removed, because the deeper the removal of the bark, circular bark, it will cause severe damages to the canes, main branches, and primary and secondary arms also. Let us move on to the next slide. Now, here the last horticulture operations you can see here, that is ringing in mango. Now, this is a special horticulture practice that is followed especially in mango fruit crop. Let us see the definition, objectives, and procedure for this special horticulture practice. Ringing is a special horticulture practice followed in mango, which consists of removal of a circular piece of bark 1/4 to 1/2 inch in diameter with the objectives of inducing fruitfulness. Now here, this practice of ringing is followed especially in mango, which consists or involves removing of a circular piece of bark of the diameter, that is piece of bark of 1/4 to 1/2 inch in diameter. 1/4 to 1/2 inch in diameter with the objective of inducing fruitfulness. That means to achieve more number of fruits. To fulfill these objectives, a circular piece of bark is removed in mango, and this procedure is known as ringing. Now let us see the objectives. To interrupt the downward flow of carbohydrates. Now you can see in girdling also, in notching also, and in ringing also, the objective is same. That means by cutting the phloem tissues, we are obstructing or interrupting or blocking the downward flow of the carbohydrates. To accumulate the carbohydrates above the portion of operation and induce fruitfulness in mango. Now this is the main objective. That means to accumulate carbohydrates or to drive the carbohydrates to get accumulated above the portion of operation. That means above the portion where the ringing is done, and hence to induce fruitfulness in mango. That means to increase the fruiting capability of the branch or the tree. Now these are the main objectives of ringing in mango. Let us see the procedure. The ringing Operation is carried out in mango in the month of August, roughly 4 months before flowering. That means 4 months prior to the flowering, approximately in month of August, the ringing operation is carried out. In alternate bearing trees, during on year, all the carbohydrates present in the plant are utilized for fruiting. A very little quantity thereby remains available for differentiation of fruit buds, thereby resulting in the succeeding year to be an off year. Accumulation of considerable amount of carbohydrates is essential for sprouting of buds. In order to achieve this, the process of ringing is followed, which consists of cutting of phloem. Now, the ringing operation is carried out in mango in the month of August, approximately 4 months before flowering takes place. Now, in alternate bearing trees, this is one type of disorder in mango which results in unfruitfulness in mango. That is, by there are alternate bearing habit in mango where there is on year and off year. Now, the year in which we receive heavy yields and the year is known as on year, and the year when we receive no or very less yields is known as off year. Now, in alternate bearing variety, this is the main problem in yield in receiving fruits. During on year, all the carbohydrates present in the plant are utilized for flowering and fruiting. So, very less quantity of carbohydrates thereby remain in the plant, which are available for differentiation of flower buds, fruit buds, thereby resulting in the succeeding year to be an off year. So, due to this, the resulting year gets off year. That means no fruits or very few fruits are obtained in the next year. So, accumulation of considerable amount of carbohydrates is essential for sprouting of buds. To result profuse sprouting, the accumulation of considerable amount of carbohydrates is essential. For this purpose, to achieve this, the process of ringing is followed, which consists of cutting of the phloem. Now, by cutting the phloem, the flow of downward flow of the flow of the carbohydrates is obstructed, which results in accumulation of carbohydrates and which is utilized for sprouting of the buds, and hence there is heavy fruiting, flowering and fruiting in the recent years also due to the ringing operation. Let us move on to the next slide of this ringing. The procedure for ringing is: main limbs of mango trees at least 6 inch in diameter are selected for this operation. A circular ring of bark 1/4 to 1/2 inch in thickness from the limb is removed carefully. Bordeaux mixture paste is applied on the ringed part to avoid attack of bacteria, fungi and other pathogens. Healing of wound takes place in about a month from the operation, during which the purpose of operation is satisfied. Ringing is not followed as a regular operation or regular practice in mango. It has to be done carefully, as it may devitalize the plant due to obstruction of supply of carbohydrates to the plant roots. Now, though this operation has good results, it has to be done very carefully, or severe ringing may lead to devitalization or the death of or mortality of the plants. Now, in this process or in this practice, main limbs of the mango trees, that is at least 6 inch in diameter, are selected for ringing operation. Now, during this operation, a circular ring of bark, its dimensions are given, 1/4 to 1/2 inch in thickness from the limb or from the branch are removed carefully. Now, after removal of this circular ring of bark, Bordeaux mixture paste is applied on the ringed part or operated part to avoid the attack of bacteria, fungi and other pathogens. Now, the healing of the wounds takes place within about a month from the operation, during this period, the purpose of operation is achieved or satisfied. Now, ringing is not followed as a regular practice or regular operation in mango orchards. This is not a regular practice or regular operation that is to be followed in mango orchards. It has to be done very carefully. Otherwise, it may devitalize the plant due to the obstruction of supply of carbohydrates to the plant roots, because carbohydrates are also very essential for plant root developments. Due to the more obstruction of supply of carbohydrates to the plant roots, the plant may devitalize or die. So, this operation has to be done very carefully. Now, you shall see the figure in the slide. Here you can see the circular ring of the bark 1/4 to 1/2 inch is removed carefully from the limb or branch of the mango tree. Now let us move on to the next slide or the last slide. There are also other special horticultural practices which are followed in fruit crops, that is stripping, root pruning and root exposure, smudging and twisting. So these were the various horticultural practices that were to be followed in various fruit crops. That is right from the bahar treatment, then bending, notching, girdling, ringing. So the bahar treatment is to be practiced, that is followed in pomegranate and citrus crops. Then bending of branches, this is a special horticultural practice that is followed in that was followed. Nowadays this is not followed, but that was bending of branches was followed in old guava varieties. Then the next practice we saw today was notching. Now this special horticulture practice is followed in figs. Girdling is a special horticulture practice that is followed in grapes, and ringing is a special horticultural practice that is followed in mango. So these were the various horticultural practices now that we saw today. So all these horticultural practices are very special horticultural practices are very important so as to increase the yield as well as the quality of the yield. So we shall stop here today. Thank you, students.